Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel and this is the Irish Beauty Vlog. I'm a skincare specialist and I like to do all things anti-aging and beauty. Because I'm desperately trying to turn back the hands of time. This week I promised we would do forgive my voice, I have taken an asthma inhaler and it will affect it for a bit. We'll plough on through. People ask me to simplify skincare because I review some products, a lot of products, not as much as I'd like, although that's about to change. I'll explain that at the end of the video. So it's one of those things that people get a bit confused as to. There's all these essences on the market, all these serums on the market, all these different creams on the market. What should I be going for? I don't know, and people get really confused. So I kind of just, because my skincare, it looks incredibly messy, but there is an order to it. I'm actually a bit low at the moment, which kind of tells you the addiction I have. So what we have, and I will have to be using my glasses, so I do apologise if you can see a horrible dirty glare off them or the light in them. It's unfortunate we just have no light today really to film at the window like I usually do, because it is so dull and it is lashing rain. So you'll probably hear that in the background. So okay. We want to start off basically with something that cleans your skin, okay? So in the morning, for me, I feel I've got some nice oils that developed overnight and I don't really want to strip them off going into the day. And that's where we come to a product I've just literally discovered, which is I discovered it about a month ago and I finally got it delivered from Korea, and I'm amazed by it. But I like to kind of keep the pH as close to my natural pH, which happens after you sleep. You get basically what happens when you sleep. The hydration you've had during the day will determine on the toxin flush you get. So these detoxifying diets and these detoxifying heel patches, I don't waste time with them. Because at the end of the day, your body, if it's healthy, it will detox all on its own. And it does that every night. Cleanser is the first way to start. Y'all know I've been using, y'all know, I love when I say that because the Americans are going, oh, they use that in Ireland as well. Yeah, we do. The vitamin C from, Vita or Vita Skin. So I've had to roll the tube up because, I don't know if you remember from previous videos, it burst everywhere. I was taking it at the end and I didn't like it because that's going to oxidize the product really fast, because vitamin C does oxidize. I'm not banking on this doing too much to my skin other than cleansing. Normally in the morning, I'll be honest, I would use either CeraVe if I feel like if I've done maybe masks or something previous, even I feel I have a lot of product still that hasn't sunk in. I'll use a gentle cleanser like a CeraVe and get it off just a little bit, and with a flannel or a linen cloth, a muslin cloth. Something, not a linen, sorry, muslin, or 100% cotton cloth, so, or microfiber, you know, I love as well. So I will wash very little in the morning because I don't really want to disturb that acid mantle at all. So I will do that, and what I've taken to do, and this is months of discovery for you guys, so this balm I would use in the evening. So by the way, as I said, if I felt I had a lot of product on my face still from the evening before, from whatever I was doing to myself, because I love layering things on, yeah, then I'd use a little bit of this and get it off, kind of thing. If I notice it's pilling a little bit when I've woken up because I've been on a pillow, I do sleep on a silk pillow. I'm not going to show you because my hair dyes all over it. Not this colour, it's not E-Salon's fault, that is my previous box dye. It would just stain my pillow so badly, so it looks horrific, but it is a silk pillow. It's about 20 quid, it is 100% pure silk, and it's well worth the investment. It's so nice to sleep on. So, getting back to the routine, I would say minimal cleansing in the morning, just a light cleanser. So something like, I still love the CeraVe, the hydrating one. It has ceramides, niacinamides. So those ceramides are really hydrating, they're really good for your skin. Niacinamide as well is vitamin, is a great, sorry, I beg your pardon, niacinamide is a really good thing for fighting off free radicals, pollution, sun, everything in the air. So those are the ones I really like. I like niacinamide at night as well, but we'll get into that. So get a gentle cleanser. CeraVe is a good price point for those of you starting out, which I know you have been messaging me going, what if we're just starting and we really don't know what, and we've been doing these things and waking up in the morning and just washing our face with soap kind of thing. So this is what this is about. I would wake up and I would use CeraVe. Start with CeraVe. It's very good. Start with a cleanser that's gentle, hydrating. I think if you're about 40 plus, I would go with a milky moisturising cleanser and very gentle. I wouldn't go with anything that would disturb your pH, unless of course you have acne. Acne then is different. We're looking for a cleanser with some salicylic acid in it. So salicylic acid or BHA acids, even AHA, but BHA is usually better for acne. So that would help cleanse out that excess sebum and unblock pores. So it depends on your skin type. But I'm just saying, as a general mature woman who finds she dries out, there is no joke when they say dried up old prune. We literally become this if we're not careful. So what I would do is I'd do a gentle moisturiser or a gentle cleanser, okay, with a soft cloth, very gentle in the morning. Don't go crazy, okay? That said, then what I move on to is, and this is what I've done, is I'm looking for actives. So I'm looking for something that throughout the day will do something for my skin and help protect it from sun damage, pollution, central heating, all of those things, going from central heating out into the lovely cold, wet rain of Ireland, which if anybody hasn't been in Ireland, you have no idea how biting this wind is. We are an island people. So I'm looking for something to protect your skin. So what I tend to go with, and I've really enjoyed these, is the Matrixyl, which is a fantastic antioxidant. So I go for the Matrixyl, that's the 10%, and it has hyaluronic acid in it. If I'm going outside in the winter and it's wet out, I will wear a drop of hyaluronic acid as well as this. And I use my own brand for that. Sorry, leaning back and forth, but I use the Amorta PL because it's just hyaluronic acid. And it sinks right into the skin very quickly. And I like that because then it's in the skin and it just pulls from the air for moisture. So, but only if I'm going out. If I'm sitting in and I've got the heating on, not a chance, because that would dry me out even more, because it's no moisture to suck in. So central heating dries the air, particularly if you have, I know they don't do it so much here, but I know they do in the States and Canada, if you have circulated air systems. So they blow basically. So as well as that, think about getting into the car, it's freezing cold outside, you're going to work and you're sitting in an air conditioned office or a heated office all day. Can't be the days. But you're getting into your car, so the first thing you do is turn up that heater. So you've got for a while cold air blowing on you, then warm air on blowing on, then too hot, and then you turn it down because you've got warmed up. So your skin is taking on a daily basis immense pressure. It's really there to protect you, you know, and you should protect it. So I use the Matrixyl. I mix them on a little palette, which I'm sure you've seen before. I have one for my makeup and this is for my serums. It was pennies. And when the last time my penny was open, I bought about 3 of them because they're brilliant. So I mix the Matrixyl with the caffeine solution, which is supposed to be really an eye cream from The Ordinary. It's about €5, which is brilliant value for an eye cream because I don't use eye creams because there's no freaking point in them. Okay, don't waste your money. Really don't waste your. I know an old friend of mine used to buy creme de la mer for her eyes, and I just used to go. And I seen her last week and she was going, you look great, you know, you've no wrinkles under your eyes. And I'm going, yeah, and I don't use creme de la mer. It's down to genetics, a lot of it, girls. So don't be wasting money on creme de la mer. The buffet. So I mix the buffet, the Matrixyl and the caffeine. The caffeine is actually really nice. I like it on the skin and it kind of peps it up a little bit and steps it up. So that's what I put on this morning before I started filming for you guys. I mixed the 3 of them together on my little palette. I can feel a hot flash coming on and I got very red all of a sudden. I'm looking at the viewfinder. I mix them on my palette and put them on my skin. Everything I do to my face, I do to the backs of my hands, a little bit down to the arms, and I do it here as well. So everything gets done. I wash it off and I put it there for tomorrow. It's great because it hangs on the side, so it's brilliant. It just fits up there brilliantly. Then I go on to my moisturiser. So at the moment, you've all seen this one. So it's basically what we're doing is we're cleansing. Right, at the moment I'm using this one, but I'm not using in the mornings. I'm just using, I just used water this morning. Okay, so we're cleansing. So glycerin, that kind of, looking for milky content moisturising, right, because we're old dears here. Not all of us. So we get on to putting our actives on and then we go to our face cream. Now, what I bought this one which was the face cream from RETINOL+, which in English for you guys is, who don't speak Irish, RETINOL+ is King of the Sea. You can see the little crown there for the King of the Sea, right? So it's, I wanted to like this because it's Irish made, and it has 4 different types of seaweed, including bladderwrack. You know, I can't even think of the names of the seaweed off the top of my head, but we know them from the beaches in Ireland. The long flat ones, you know, the curly ones. Bladderwrack I know well because I have used that before with herbal medicines and stuff like that, and I used to do an awful lot of herbal curage and stuff like that, so I'm not a qualified herbologist, but I used to dabble. I didn't like it. What ruined it for me was there's a very, very high concentration of perfume in this. It's huge. It's like really, really massively perfumed. And it says it's perfumed, and the perfume, when I looked at the ingredient list, it was quite low down, but whatever they're perfuming it with, when I put it on my skin, it slightly heats my skin. And I can feel a sting, and it did irritate the corner of my eye here because obviously I have retin-A as well, and I didn't like it. So I literally dabbed what was on the lid and 1 dab out of the jar, and I didn't like it, and I'm not going to use it, and I'm gutted because it's an Irish company and there's some fantastic ingredients in this, but unfortunately they ruin it by putting perfume in. So not that RETINOL+ would be listening, but you really need to knock the perfume on the head. It really did affect me, and I knew it was the perfume straight away. You know when you get that, you know, those of us who use retin-A or strong creams, then you go spray your neck with perfume, you go, ah, that's pretty much it. So I'm putting it back in its box, and I'm saying it's not for me, but if any of you ladies out there would like it, would you go to my Facebook page, please? That's the Irish Beauty Vlog 40+ on Facebook. Send me a private message saying you want it, and the first person who says I want it gets it. As I said, I have no COVID, so you're fine. I understand if nobody messages and nobody wants it because it's COVID time, that's fine. It'll sit in the shelf there, and it'll look very pretty because it's quite a nice box. It's gold for the king, and of course the ocean. I didn't like it. So what I'm using at the moment is a moisturiser while I'm waiting on a really interesting delivery that I just can't wait for. I'm using the Mugu, and I love it. It's really, this is fabulous. When you smell it, you can smell milk. It's milk. That's all I can really say. It smells like it. Just doesn't smell like anything. So it's beautifully formulated, the Mugu. I'm well impressed. More so than I thought I was originally. I'm like, it's really good. This can go on face, hands, body, anywhere you like. It's absolutely amazing, and for a bargain price of a tenner. My God, it's a really good moisturiser. No SPF, unfortunately, in it, but that's no problem because what I do is I put a thin layer of that on all over, and then today, because I'm indoors, I'm wearing the Avene Hydrants. Now, you'll say to me, hang on a minute, you used to wear the Olay. I do wear the Olay, and if you look over, I have the Anthelios for the summer when I'm feeling a little bit pale. I have a chemical, they're chemical, and this one here is a mineral sunscreen, so that has zinc oxide and titanium oxide in it, which we've discussed, and I will discuss in a later video more about sun cream again, because I have a new sunscreen coming that you're going to be well impressed by, and I'll tell you it basically the difference between all of them. I won't go into it now, right? So I keep going over these steps because ladies have said to me, please don't go so fast, don't assume. We know what you're talking about and we know what you've done. So what I've done this morning, literally what I did was washed my face with water. Right, I hadn't got a lot of product on last night. I did a sheet mask yesterday, and that was it. And I washed that off, cleansed last night with this, put my nighttime stuff on, and went to bed. So I just washed with water this morning. Okay, so cleanse, put your actives on. Oh, excuse me for kicking the camera. It's like, is that a better angle? I put my actives on. And then what I did was, after I put my actives on, I always spray. And you know I've gone the Elizabeth Arden route before, which I do love, the 8-hour, it's a miracle cream. And I'm out of the cream at the moment, but I do love the mister. And it lasts so long because you don't really need a lot of it. My favourite, and they've got the new bottle for 30 years, yay, of Avene. I love face mists, and they really work well with hyaluronic acid. And with this, with the buffet and the Trixel that has hyaluronic acid in it, this just helps so much. But it's now been trumped after God, it must be, I remember about 16, I was about 16 years of age using that, I think, or thereabouts. Well, it was very early I discovered that, and I went, I want this. French water, I want it, you know. But what's trumped it for me is the Haru Haru. So this is the Wonder Range, and it's the Black Bamboo Mist. I love these. Their packaging is recyclable. This is the box from it. It's printed with soy oil, or soy ink, sorry, soy oil, soy ink. Soy ink, so it's really recyclable. It's taken packaging to a next level. It's all recycled paper, and it's printed with soy ink, so it's wonderful. The plastics and everything are recyclable. Bear in mind you can only recycle plastic once or twice, maybe 3 times, but that's about it, depending on the compound of the plastics. But look, we do the best we can do. This is about as good as I've ever seen with packaging recyclable, and this is from Haru Haru. That's H-A-R-U. H-A-R-U. Haru Haru in Korean means day by day. So it means take your skincare day by day. A lot of you watching this video that I'm doing this video for have been in a rush to get all the information really quickly. Take your time, and I'll take my time with you. Okay? So I put my actives on and I go, oh, so good. And if anybody's ever bought bamboo furniture, that's what it smells of. Which is not a very nice description, but it is bamboo. You can smell it. It's amazing. I love it. The fantastic thing about this product versus the water-based products that I have here, this does restore your skin's balance back to pH 5.5, which is where your acid mantle should sit. So the surface of your skin, the acid mantle that protects your skin, it naturally sits at 5.5. That's its optimum performance protecting your skin. So that restores it. So can imagine just, you know, in the sunshine, putting on extra moisturiser, extra sun cream in the bathroom or somewhere in toilet, somewhere when you're out and about, taking a few minutes to let it sink in, and then spritz with this, and wow, back to 5.5 and out in the sun protected. So this, I keep putting it beside me because I don't want to put it down. It's amazing. I got this from a company in Korea that we'll be talking about next week and the week after, and it was a sample, and I just love it, and they just sent it to me as well. I love it, so I'm really delighted. So I serum, I mist, and then I go to my moisturiser, right? Which moisturiser is up to you. I could love something and say it's amazing, and you go, I absolutely hate it, Rachel, it's disgusting on my skin. There's a lot of people out there would find this brilliant, and no doubt they do because it's been won many awards, but for me it just doesn't suit me. So that's our day, and we do go to our SPF. So we cleanse, we serum, we active, so we put our actives and foods for our skins on. So that's the way, the simple way of thinking about it. I've cleaned my food, so I've cleaned my baby, and now I have to feed my baby, and now I have to make sure my baby has some water for the day, and now I have to make sure my baby has hydration for the day, and I also have to make sure my baby doesn't burn in the sun. Right? So they're the steps. You can rewind this video and watch it as many times as you like. So that's where I go. That's a basic daily skincare. My night skincare is probably as basic, to be honest. So I cleanse at night at the moment with the vitamin C, because I am waiting on some cleansers to come in stock that are not in stock. My CeraVe is out of stock, so I'm out of that, which I can use. You can use at night as well. This is a balm. I found I wanted to get more oils into my skin at night and not be so harsh on it at night, so I went for a balm, and I do like it. It's lovely. I think I got a couple of spots, but that's, don't panic when people get spots. They go, that's it, my skin doesn't like it. No, your skin's just getting used to it. So give a product 30 days minimum to see how it's working for you, unless of course like me you get burnt. It wasn't burnt, it wasn't severe, it was just like that. It was, you know, get an alcohol wipe and put it on your skin and you're like, oh, on your face. It just didn't feel right, and I didn't like it, and that was it. I wasn't going to chance it. So for my nighttime skincare routine, here we go. It's very simple. I cleanse with my balm. You can cleanse with your Ceraphil, you can cleanse with whatever suits you or you like, but don't go foamy and harsh. Don't go looking for these foam cleansers. We all see these, oh, you know, gel to foam cleansers, and we go, great. They're not really meant for us older ladies unless we have acne. And I would say if you find your eyes are drying around here, and you're getting wrinkles in your forehead, but you still got acne down here, use it on these areas and use a milkweed cleanser. Or, I hate to say a micellar water because I'm not an over, but a cleansing water of some quality. Garnier actually is not bad. I've looked at their ingredients on that micellar water. I don't use the oil-based ones at all. But that's quite a good one if you're going. I don't use micellar water. I'm not really. I clean my brushes with it. That's it. But you know, in a hurry. But rocky, you know, if you're rocking it, that's fine. It's just not for me. I think there's too much pulling on the skin involved. So I cleanse my skin at night, and then the first thing I do is put on my niacinamide. I put on my niacinamide. It's fantastic. It's really soothing to the skin, and I love that. I do that in preparation for the next step. So I put my niacinamide on. Look, people say, how much? 2-3 drops. A whole pipette. I'm one of those people, I'm like Ainsley Harriet, you know, with serums. I just pour it all in and go for it. But it's up to you, right? But it recommends 2-3 drops from The Ordinary, okay? I let that soak in. Sit there watching something in television in bed, and then I go for my retinol, which is Retiniles, which is the Spanish version that I bought in Spain. I stocked up. As you can see, I've still got 2 tubes left, yay! And I put this on. This is the 0.1%. So this one is, yeah, it's a tough cream to get used to. I'm around the eyes still. Sometimes I get a little bit, but it's going really well on my neck and stuff like that. And I've noticed it has tightened here. It has tightened here a little bit. It's tightened here a little bit. Unfortunately, I have, like all middle-aged women, I have fat deposits here and here, and I've lost a bit of elasticity. And I'm beginning to think now my brow is dropping, but we'll go into that in another video. So I use my niacinamide, I use my tretinoin, and I use my plant-derived squalene after that. I put my squalene on. So I love plant-derived squalenes. I have them in my skincare range as well, and they're really, really good. And the company that works with me to develop the base cream is an Irish company, and they're really good at putting the squalene. So good in it. So that's what I do. 3 products. You don't have to. You can come straight out of the bathroom, let your skin dry off, because putting this on wet skin is very irritating. Let your skin dry off. Put a retinol, whatever retinol you choose. I do recommend, apart from this, I recommend the Ordinary's retinol. They have 2 different types of retinol. One is a water-based and one, I think, is squalene-based, if I'm right, if I can remember correctly. You can use Olay's Regenerist. Olay has a fantastic purple bottled retinol that's really good. I found that very good. I did try that, and I'll put the link for it below. The links to all the products will be below. I found it very good. I really did. And it's expensive enough, but it's worth it, and you only need a little bit of it. So retinol, and then let it soak in. Give it some time, please, and then go get your nighttime moisturiser. At the moment for nighttime, what I'm using, because I really like something very occlusive at night. And when I say occlusive, I mean it seals in that squalene, and it seals in that retin-A, and it really hydrates my skin. This is not necessarily a face cream, so to speak. And I know a lot of people, I know a lot of estheticians out there might look at me and go, what? It just really works for me, and that's it. It just, whatever's in it, and I've read the ingredients and off the top of my head can't remember, and I'll have to go into this more with this cream because I find it amazing. It is, I call it Veleda because it's German, so, and in German the W is a V and the V is a W, but it could be Veleda, you could call it Veleda, whatever you want. I love that, the skin food. I don't know what it is. Lavender works really, really well on my skin, really well. That might be the Italian in me. And this has some lavender in it, so I'm kind of going, I really like this. I just love it. So how I put it on is I put a little bit in my fingers, because it's very thick and heavy, and I push it into my skin. And I just push it in everywhere, and you get so long out of this. So at the moment, this is my night cream, but I'm hoping to change and add. I find you can put a night cream under this, and then tap a small bit of this around on top, and it really makes your night cream suck in there. It locks it in for the night, You do wake up feeling a little bit sticky, but it washes off and it is really hydrating, like extremely hydrating. It's recommended for cracked heels, cracked elbows. I'm going, this stuff is good for anything. Literally, on your, my skin can just take it on the face. Maybe yours can't, maybe yours don't like it, or maybe it'll clog. I wouldn't use it if you've acne. I think it's too occlusive for anybody with acne. So if you've acne. So we're coming to the end now at last. So we've done the, we'll eat it, stay clear of acne, by the way. Then what I do is maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, depends on my skin and how much I've put on it and what it's doing. I watch my skin. But I do cleanse once a week, or exfoliate once a week. You can see I'm down to my last dribble of my AHA BHA peel from The Ordinary, and I also have my own fruit acid 30% AHA peel that I use. So that's a fruit acid peel which I left in the bathroom typically. I'll put the links to all of them downstairs. As soon as I finish this up, I'll stick with my own, because it actually, I don't have to leave it on as long. This is 12 minutes. You're recommended to leave it on. With my one, you can leave it on anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes, and it does the job. So it's a quicker acting one. But I'd say if you're just getting into chemical peels, because that's basically what that is, chemical exfoliation, not chemical peeling, but chemical exfoliation. If you're only getting into chemical exfoliation, then I would say start with The Ordinary, because mine is a little stronger. So that's basically what I do. And people say, yeah, but you say you use Lamara, you know, facial hydrating oil. Yes, I do. If I'm sitting there and I think to myself, my skin feels a little dry tonight now, you know what, I'm just going to massage some in. I do my gua sha maybe once a week with this as well. So that's why it lasts so long, because I don't use it. I wouldn't use this during the day. And this is an evening time, or it's a treatment thing, or I'm doing facial massage, or I'm doing my red light treatment, and, you know, or my massage tools. My gua sha tool is here as well, next to another oil I use, which is rosehip oil. And you can see I love that one as well. Lasts, so, God, these oils last forever. And my gua sha tool. I broke my gua sha roller. I was rolling back, and I think it just had enough of lifting my fat jobs and gave up and went, listen, I'm about 3 years doing this, go away. So I'm using my gua sha. I have a video on gua sha. I will link that in as well. So that's my gua sha tool. The rest are hand creams and body creams that I put on my arms or put on my chest, and I'm just relaxing with, right? This is all hair care down here, so ignore this for now. Ignore this for now. And then I have things like a reparative cream that I bought in Vilnius when I was on travels in Vilnius, Derma, and that is just from De Malibor. Fantastic. Especially if you're on Retin A. I will go on, like, it lasts forever. I've had this now a year. And it is time to throw it out, because it says 12 months, yeah? So it is time to throw it out and get a new one, and I'll have to go online to get it, because they don't do it here in Ireland. And then I have things like foot packs, which these are cheap and cheerful, and I buy them from Deals for $1.50. So I have run out of my facial masks, because my sheet mask, which I really like, I've just run out of them. I used the last one yesterday, which was a caffeine one from Milano, which is again a Korean skincare brand that I bought in Spain. And it was fantastic. It was really lovely. And when I'm finished, here's a tip. When I'm finished with any kind of sheet mask, even if it's these type, I fold them over and I get 2 pegs. I leave the serum in it. I take the mask, I throw away the mask, and I peg it and put it in the fridge, and I use it again as a serum. So now if I'm doing it, the caffeine mask I will leave in the fridge, because there is caffeine in it, and I will take that out one morning and put it on my face to wake me up for 20 minutes, 10 minutes watching something, and then I'll wash it off and I'm good to go. But if it was a nice, like, moisturising or hydrating one, or a soothing or something, I would do that in the evening. I'm getting kind of all thinking about it. Soothing mask, love it. I would do that in the evening, and I would have that warm, so I would take it out of the fridge well in advance. That's really my range. That's jojoba oil in the back. I use that to add to some creams if I find them a little bit too drying. I go, oh, it's a little bit dry, it dries my skin. At least a little bit of jojoba oil, and I mix them in the palm of my hand or on my palette back here, and I put it on. So I'm a bit of a, obviously, a bit of a scientific, that has that and that has that. They can go together, they don't contravene each other. To keep it simple. Get a nice, gentle, milky cleanser. There's one on my site as well. Get a nice, gentle, milky cleanser. Get a really nice set of actives. I don't think you can beat The Ordinary really for the actives, unless watch next week's video and you might be able to beat them. So the next couple of weeks is going to be some big stuff going. I love the facial mists. I love the facial mists. I just can't live without them. I know people don't care. This is like, this Black Bamboo, actually you could use it as a toning, because toners, years ago we had astringents and they were meant to strip the skin, and it was horrible. What we didn't know back then is crazy, and what we know now. So those were meant to strip our skin and clean off the excess makeup. If you needed something to clean off the makeup after you cleaned off the makeup, you're not doing it right, or the product is not working for you. So these mists are now taking over toners, as toners. And toners, what toners tend to do, really essences and toners are meant to reset the pH balance and give some moisture and hydration back into the skin. And feed it nice things like bamboo and green tea and black rice and all of these fabulous ingredients that now we're seeing coming to the market now. And thankfully we're starting to see them coming into Europe, which I will discuss in next week's video. I'm going to be doing 2 videos next week, I think, because we've a lot coming. But don't hold me to it. So that's my hair care. We'll go into another day, because my hair is actually amazing since I started using some of these products. So we will go into these. But that's a basic. It's cleanse, active. So cleanse, feed. Remember the baby. Clean your baby. Feed your baby. Then make sure your baby has water. And then make sure your baby has moisturiser on their skin. And make sure that their skin is protected from the sun. Today I am wearing Vitamin A 30 because I'm indoors and I'm not going out. So then once or twice a week you can add the chemical exfoliation and the masks, the hydrating masks. I do masks about twice a week, that's why I run out so quickly. So they're the pampering. When I show you these fabulous products that I found, and I love doing this with them, they're the pampering products for me, and they're the extra. So it's sort of like you feed your baby a very, very nice diet, and every now and again you give it ice cream. That's, you know, nutritious ice cream, but ice cream, that's good for it. So that's basic skincare. That's basically what you need. They're the products I use. The Ordinary are fantastic price point. Obviously the Haru a little bit more expensive, but it's not expensive. It's like 20 quid or something like that. And for the technology you get in Korean skincare, it's really, really well worth it. Another one I didn't like was the Vichy Slow Age. I didn't gel with that, but it sits there on my shelf taunting me for paying 30 odd quid for it, which was ridiculous. I do like the Mineral 89 eye cream, and I dab it on when I think of it because it's an eye cream. It's the same as a face cream. It's just smaller packaging, costs more money. I can't see it. So that's it. They're the only other things on my shelf then is my extension lead for my filming stuff and my multiple certificates from college that I got. I'm kind of going, how many things have I got? I even have a certificate in COVID awareness, because obviously for cleaning, I got that from Global EduLink. I decided, oh, I'll do that one too, over on that side. Yeah, go for it. So there, and I have 2 other certificates in the bloody frames downstairs, so I have to do that today. That's it. That's the skincare. That's basically how it looks. Today what I have on, like I said, is my actives. I sprayed with my Haru, which I adore. I'm in love with this. I'm like, I'd marry this in the morning. This is better than any man for you. And I moisturise, and then I put my skincare on, my sun protection factor on, my SPF. So put my SPF on. I have some Inglot lipstick, which I love. You know I love Inglot, and a little bit of lip gloss. I have a brow that I have to put on because my tattoos are gone so bad. And I have my mascara. So that's my skincare for today. That's all I'm wearing at the moment, as you can see by my lovely red chin. Yeah, this lighting is like, oh God, no, my chin is quite red. I don't know what's going on there. I think I had a hot flush there earlier on. You probably saw me go. I'm not getting as many of them, so that's good. That's the good point. So I will link the links to these websites and the products I've shown here today below. And it's up to you, but I would rule of thumb with older women. Look for moisturising, hydrating, protective ingredients. That's what we're looking for. We need hydration. We need to feed our skin, hydrate our skin, and protect our skin, like everybody does from the time they're born. But we really need it, especially after 25, because as we all know, after 25 thereabouts, your skin's got to start slowing down, and you effectively start dying. Science has proven this. I was going to say Scientology has proven this. They've proven nothing. No comment. But science has proven this. So we really need to take care of it. So keep it milky, keep it hydrating. Unless, of course, you've got asthma or eczema. Eczema or acne. In that case, then, what you're going to need to do is treat maybe 2 different parts. If one part's aging and one part's still quite acne stricken, and there is products that cross that bridge as well. Fortunately, I've never suffered from acne, and I hate to say that because everybody will go bitch. People who have acne will go bitch, but I just haven't, and that's genetics. It's hormones and genetics predominantly. I just haven't. So I hope that helped you all out. We will have another video. I'm hoping to do another video on a skincare haul that's really interesting, and especially for the Irish ladies out there, you're really going to go, oh, ears are going to prick up for this one. I found a new company and quite impressed, so we'll have a look at that maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on when my delivery comes. I'll put that video up, and next week then we'll be going into hopefully some interesting stuff. I know we said we would do fibroblast penning this week. My fibroblast pen still hasn't arrived. Yeah, I'm still waiting on it. So so I've had to put, I'm training on this as well myself. So the video is going to be part of my training. And then I will send that video to my trainer and she will go, okay, Rach, yeah, you did a great job. Or, oh, Jesus, you burnt the skin off yourself. You're an idiot. So that's what we have coming up. Any questions, please leave them in the comment box below. Like, share and subscribe. Some of you have not been doing that. You all know who you are. Don't make me put the lady in the corner. Don't make me put her in the corner. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Take care. Love you all. Be beautiful and have a happy, safe lockdown for another 9 weeks apparently here in Ireland.